street dog heading down the street. There's lots of them in Vega, and a great old Volkswagen Bug, lots of those in Vega too. The street dogs in Vega seem to be very purposeful. They always seem like they're going somewhere for a reason. Still mostly a full moon, 10 o'clock at night. The Coppell store, where I go to load my videos, is right at the corner there. And a block the other side of that main drag, that's Benito Juarez Calle, the main drag of Vega de Alatorre. I've spent a couple of nights parked a block the other side of the main drag, and that side street is really quiet. Really quiet. Maybe it's because this side street leads down to the carretera. It's much closer to the really main drag that comes on the outskirts of town. That it gets a lot more traffic. It's busier, it's hopping. Up until a few minutes ago, there were two little boys sitting in plastic chairs out here. One with his little tablet computer and one with a book. And just very contentedly keeping themselves busy. It's been a really hot day. We're 500 miles south of the border in the tropics, right near the Gulf Coast, just a couple miles in that direction over there to the beach. Hot day, and their apartment is probably at 10 o'clock at night is probably still a little hot to be comfortable for sleeping. And I had a somewhat paranoid little internal conversation with one of my, there's that dog again, with one of my middle-class friends in my head, where they said, poor kids, look how neglected they are down there in Mexico. And I responded, somewhat ironically, by saying, you know, I can come up with no way to hold that comment aside from pure racism, because if you saw the exact same behavior by white-skinned kids in their suburban living room, you'd think that was just happy family life. I had a nice, very small chat with their mom, checking to make sure she didn't mind me having my camper van parked here tonight, and she was very amicable. No problema. I love these people, and I am protective of them, and I'm aware of all the racism out there. And you know, even when I encounter internalized racism, it's in Mexican folks who spent time in the U.S., maybe a couple of them grew up in Houston and came back here. And they spit out all the same stuff about Mexicans are lazy, they'll do the minimum. Whereas the more healthy people down here will very quickly say, oh, we're such hard workers. Look how hard Mexicans work. This is not the heart of the agricultural area. You gotta go up in the mountains to Martinez for that. And boy, all morning long, 6, 8, 10 guys standing in the back of a pickup truck going out to the fields. You see that around here, just not as much. I love these people. I'm getting ready to leave this area. I was in El Diamante, which is a little pueblo of 400 people. There's the carretera over there. You run 6 miles in that direction. El Diamante, my car broke down there on March 15th, and June 15th. I spent 3 months there getting it repaired because I think the guy was honest, but he kept finding that the repairs were much more difficult than he thought. I was feeding him money each month, all I could, leaving myself totally broke. And finally he had to completely replace the motor, which left me insanely broke for 2 weeks. Finally I got my check a couple days ago, got money, got gas in the car, and gonna stick around one more day and then head to Jalapa up in the mountains. Big city, double size of the cities I've been so far. They were 300,000, Victoria and Tampico. Jalapa, the state capital for Veracruz state, is 600,000 people. It's revered by most people as a beautiful, cultured city, the Athens of Veracruz, because of all the cultural and educational, these several universities. much better climate high up in the mountains. They're telling me rainy. Well, they're moving into the rainy season. I understand this is usually the rainy season starting right around now.